Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.0239 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.17%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart pattern that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Vechain from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.02 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, managing to break above key areas of resistances, but at the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark, we got rejected, and we are seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis. Here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that I was terming as an Elliot wave structure, having that as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, then I expected a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1, but that movement to the upper side got invalidated the moment our wave 4 over here retraced into the high of that first wave, and having done so, I had to remove this Elliot wave structure from my charts and view that movement to the upper side as something else, and the only way to view it as is just an ABC corrective movement. And after making the high for that wave C, whatever I expected next on this other side is the formation of a 5-wave structure to the lower side, and I believe that is what we are seeing over here, having this as the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5. And after seeing the formation of a 5th wave down here, we can now name this fractal wave to the lower side as a higher Elliot wave count 1, and after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1, whatever we expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, and that is what I'm expecting here on the Vechain chart. And to get a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 1, we can use the Fibonacci's, since a wave 2 is a retracement of the first wave, connecting the fibs from the high of that wave 1 to the low of that wave 1 down here, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.618 as a maximum and the fib level 0.382 as a minimum, and that target area perfectly lies between the $0.029 mark and the $0.026 mark, and that is the minimum that I expect that movement to the upper side to do. And for that to play out, I expect Vechain to manage to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark, and once we see a breakout above that key area of resistance, see even a retest of the of that key area of resistance before we continue pushing higher to get us into this target area up here. And to support that movement to the upper side, I have key chart patterns that are information right here, and getting to those key chart patterns that support that movement to the upper side in the formation of that second wave. Over here you can see we had been trading within this channel, and we managed to break out of the channel to the lower side, and after breaking out of the channel we even saw a retest of the lower side of the channel in this movement right here. And after the retest was in, we continued pushing even lower, making some new lows down here, and in that movement right here we formed a key chart pattern which is a double bottom, and if I draw it out, we can have that is the first bottom right there, then saw a very nice bounce to the upper side forming the neckline, then we continued pushing low in the formation of the second bottom, and right now we are in a bit of a consolidation before we see that breakout to the upper side. And we have tried to see a breakout to the upper side, but this key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark is giving us resistance, and that's why we are seeing a bit of a pullback right here. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the neckline and the bottoms. So using a trend line once more, we can get that height between the between the tops and the neckline, then place it over here, and that gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.025 mark. So there are high chances that once we see a breakout out of this chart pattern, Vechain will be able to trade back to around the $0.025 mark, and maybe continue pushing even higher to get us into that target area that I have drawn out here on this chart. We also have another key chart pattern which is a inverse head and shoulders pattern, and if I draw it out, we can have this as the left shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern, then the head is right there, then we have continued pushing higher, seeing the formation of the neckline. Then we have seen the formation of the right shoulder, but we are yet to see a breakout out to the upper side of this chart pattern. And after seeing the formation of the right shoulder, we tried to have a breakout to the upper side, but this key area of resistance gave us resistance, and we are seeing a bit of a pullback right here. And in this movement, it's much of a retest of the neckline, so there is a possibility we are just retesting the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern before we see our breakout to the upper side. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the upper side, having the target area of the breakout as the height between the neckline and the head. So using a trend line, we can get that height and then place it above the neckline over here to give us a minimum target area back to around the $0.02597 mark, which is so close to this target area that I have drawn out over here in the formation of a second wave. And that is a very possible scenario to play out here on the Vechain chart. And for that to play out, I also expect to see an increase in volume here on the Vechain chart and also a bull movement in the whole crypto market. So let's be patient and see how that plays out and continue anticipating that movement to the upper side in the formation of that second wave. So that is what I'm expecting here on the Vechain chart. We are in a movement to the upper side in the formation of this second wave, and these chart patterns that I have drawn out over here are going to give us those breakouts that we need. And once the pump is in here on the Vechain chart, there are high chances that we are going to get into this target area, maximize the formation of a second wave by getting into this target area before we see another impulsive movement to the lower side in the formation of a third wave, and we can invalidate that movement to the lower side in the formation of that wave 3 in case our wave 2 over here continues to push higher and get back to around the $0.029 mark, and also manage to break above a key area on the Fibonacci, that is the fib level 0.78 fib level. In case that plays out and we continue pushing higher above the $0.0312 mark, then I believe Vechain, we might start sketching out even a more bullish movement here on the Vechain chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported. Here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 56 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side and also those breakouts. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that means lower prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.